What's up, guys? It's Biohazard Candy Kid coming at you here with another great video. um, so I actually have a bunch of old videos that I'm going to be posting that I made a while back. They're not, 7-year-old videos, but I made a couple last year. I haven't posted them. I just been doing other things in life and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, one of them I'm about to post right now. It's one of my most recent ones, actually. I have to edit the other ones and stuff like that. I don't know. I have this thing where I make videos or, I have photos and I don't post them anywhere. Um, and then like time will pass by and then I'll post like a bunch of videos at once. That's just me, you know. I mean, I don't know. This is how I operate. But I'm actually gonna post them now, and I'm gonna try to do one video a week, or maybe 2 videos a week, and stuff like that. So, all right, let me see. Okay. Alrighty. So basically, let's see here. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm posting a video. I'm just gonna like put it on here. Let's see, I need to find my when you have a computer and it's like full of stuff, you can never find there we go. Okay. Yes. Aha. All right. So, I want to say some things real quick that I wanted to talk about last night in a live stream, but it didn't work out so well. The audio was shit, so I'd still leave that live stream. I'll do it. A live stream again on my computer, a more in depth one, and stuff like that. Let's see here. Okay, need to add a thumbnail. Yep. Oh. Shit. I don't want that as a thumbnail. So basically, alright. Huh. Alright. So basically, what I wanted to say yesterday in the video was about cameras, microphones, lights, and just how you set up everything, and just your setup. Now, I'm going to explain something to you right off the bat about cameras, okay? We're going to get into this more in depth on the live stream, but these are cameras, okay? This is a cell phone, okay? And this right here is a camera, okay? Now, there are different types of cameras. You know, there's the cell phone cameras, there's the action cameras, there's the point and shoot cameras, and then there's the DSLR cameras, and then there's mirrorless cameras, 4K cameras. Well, I mean, they're all cameras, but there's different types of cameras, different types of camera bodies. And doesn't matter what camera you use. Well, in today's world, it still matters what camera you use. It actually does matter. Because each camera does its own thing. See, these point and shoot cameras, even the ones of the 90s, the 80s, you know, the 1950s, you know, 70s, they were meant to take photos. They were point and shoot cameras. You would just point at your subject and take a photo, and stuff like that. Later on, when they became digital point and shoot cameras, they added the video feature. So really, they weren't meant for video. They were meant for photography still, but the video feature was just added to it. And also there are camcorders, which are other cameras. There's video cameras, which specifically take video. Now, some of them can take photos, but they take a really bad photo, okay? DSLRs and SLRs, they are the same thing. You use them to take photos. They're photo cameras. They're point and shoot cameras with adjustable, removable lenses. These ones have the fixed lenses, okay? And that's the difference between the different point and shoot cameras. The video, well, on DSLRs, they got better video. Like they did a better job at having these do video and stuff like that versus, you know, an $80 point and shoot camera. Now this one in particular, if you guys are wondering, is a Nikon D5600. Nikon is slowly phasing out their DSLRs in favor of their new Z lineup, which is their mirrorless lineup. You know, they said they'll still continue to support these for the next, I would say, maybe year or so, 2 years, and stuff like that. You may see like their high-end DSLR still made for the next 2 years, but that's about it. But these were also meant to take photos with. Now, the video portion was something that was added on. This one has a flip-up screen. You can put it any way you want to, you know, and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why I got this, because it's basically a photo camera as well as it's a video camera. It does both. Now these, in the video capability, if you're not using it for like 24 hours a day, okay, you're good. If you're going to use it for, let's say, I don't know, 3 hours, you know, you should be good. It's not going to overheat. It's not going to have any problems. I've never had any problems with this even longer, but a lot of people say that these aren't really meant for video and they really can't take the stress of that. But you can shoot photos all day. You can take 10,000 photos, you know, in a 24-hour period, and this thing's going to do fine. You know, I would love to do a test with this to see if it does overheat. Not break it, not destroy it, but to see what it can take. Because these are pretty solid. These are really well built, especially this one for this price. Even when it came out and as it is now, you buy these $600 to $800 depending on if you get a kit or or not, and depending on what kit you get, and depending on where you buy it, from too. But see, the thing is, okay. Oh, and then actually before I move on, then there's action cameras, which action cameras take video and photo also. Now these are more for video. That was the sole intent of these. And these can actually last you a very long time in video. They have a really broad price range. You can get them as low as $12. And they don't have to be some kids one. They can even be just a normal one. The ones that are advertised for kids, I mean, really, it's the same thing as if you were to buy one like this or the GoPros. They just advertise it for kids. They put a cool case on it that maybe kids might like it's got cool colors, pink, purple, blue, yellow, whatever, instead of just a clear case. And it just has features, that kids might like, maybe as you're taking a photo or doing the video, maybe you can, I don't know, put flowers around it. I don't really know. I don't know why they call it kids, action cameras. I don't know. But they're cheaper in price. Maybe it's because, you can get something for your kid that's $20 that if he breaks it, oh well, it's $20. And it's his first action camera. Instead of spending $300 on a GoPro that he breaks, is like, there goes $300, Which really, I mean, if I had kids, I would let them use this right off the bat to teach and learn. I would be right there with them so they don't break anything and stuff like that. And the other thing is cell phones, okay? Now, I don't have a camcorder of any kind, or some type of a video camera, so I can't show you that. I can show you a picture online, but you all know what they look like. But last but not least is cell phones, okay? Like what I'm using right now to take this video, okay? And so the thing is here's the thing. They all take videos and photos, but there are some that are specifically for photos, okay? Such as something like this. And there are some that are specifically for video, such as something like this action camera and a cell phone. A cell phone actually does both real well, but it's not the perfect setup because cell phones still have their drawbacks. Yes, I know cell phones are great because you can take the photo, you can take the video, and you can quickly upload it. You can quickly edit it. You can quickly do an edit on the photo and the video. You can do all this stuff real quick. But you know what? What does that incentivize? It incentivizes this whole TikTok and Instagram world where everything is just quick. And and you even let AI do it. You let the algorithm do it and stuff like that. Instead of being someone who actually goes out, takes a real camera, sets everything up, even the lighting and the microphones, and then, sets up the camera, messes with all the settings and stuff like that. See, that actually gains you experience. Now, yes, I'm taking a video on my cell phone, but I'm not doing a quick video that's going to get me 1 billion views right off the bat and make me famous, and shit like that, and edit it on the fly. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing a long video that's going to be longer than 20 minutes that, has a lot of information in it. See, yeah, I did a quick setup. So my setup here is a small little tripod that I'm just have standing on top of my old PS2, the brick PS2, and then I have my cell phone in the little cell phone holder, okay, and then I have my lapel microphone. You can't even tell it's here, but I'm pointing to it, even though I said you can't even tell it's here where I'm pointing to, it's there, and that's my setup. But I'm doing this, I just set this up real quick. The lighting behind me, it is what it is. And I know I told you that, there's a lot of stuff that is incentivizing, really crappy photos and videos just to quickly put on the internet and get famous for. That's not what I'm all about. I don't care about that. I don't care about views on here. I don't care about the monetization. I don't that's not why I'm here. I'm here to give you proper knowledge and information, okay? At least from my own experience. Not, that I just say stuff out of my head that's not true, or I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving you my experience of what I've been using in life. Like, for instance, this is what I'm using. I actually have one here. This thing, okay? This is a cell phone holder. Okay, this one goes on a tripod. I'm actually using one. I have about 3 of these, and they work real well. This is the most sturdiest one. This one comes from my Zhiyun Crane M2 and stuff like that. So, okay. So, essentially, I really want to I really want to say this. Essentially, it's not really about the camera that you use, because all of them take photos and videos at 1080p. Okay, in today's world, a 24 megapixel camera, or even a 48, but 24 megapixel camera today is really good. Cell phones that have, 24 megapixel cameras are great. 48 megapixels is great. You don't need something that has 60 megapixels. You don't need the newest and latest tech. What you have right now that may be 6 years old, that may be 5 years old, that may be 6 years old, that may be 4 years old, 5 years old, whatever, just older than the last 2 years, it works great. If it's a cell phone, or if it's a DSLR or SLR even, or a point and shoot camera or action camera, they all work great. There is nothing wrong with what you have right now. You don't need to go out and buy the latest and greatest, okay? Yeah, I have a bunch of cameras, but see, there is another thing, like in movies, okay? In the movie industry, how come a lot of those people have cameras? Because they get different angles, because one camera doesn't do 4 angles at once, okay? So they have different cameras. They have one on the right, one on the left, one up and one down to get different shots, and then they put them together, to get whatever shots they need to get. Then when you watch the movie, you see, oh, okay, they got a camera angle here, camera angle there, stuff like that. Now we have the 3D cameras. Now we have, all other types of cameras. But really, a person like me also wants to do the same thing. They also have a bunch of cameras, because we're also like doing the same thing, Now I lost my train of thought. That's why jeez. Okay. So, I'll say it this way. So, I got action cameras because I ride bicycles. Because I like putting these on my bicycles, on my helmet, or on the handlebar part, or anywhere on the bike, or even on my chest. And I like, taking ride videos and stuff. I got the DSLR because basically I want something that takes really good photos, that is simply for photos and also for video, because it has a Hot remote, and I wanted something that has a microphone input jack, that has all the bells and whistles, and I didn't want to pay too much. I didn't want to go $10,000, I didn't want to go, $200. So I wanted to meet right in the middle, $600 to $700, $800, and stuff like that. I'm using, my cell phone right now. Yeah, it's not my main camera, but I have it, and it takes really good photo, takes really good video, just as any of my other cameras. This is really old. The other one that I was using, I don't know where it is now. my other point and shoot camera. That one I'm going to start using because it has less features than my DSLR, and so I'm going to be limited on what I can do with it. So it's gonna, you know, it's going to be a limitation for me. It's going to be a challenge, which I need a challenge, okay, and stuff like that. So the thing is what I'm saying is, if you have a camera, do you need to go out and buy other cameras? Well, like I said, every camera out there takes video and photo real well today. 24 frames, 24 megapixels, 48 megapixels, you know, is out. It's in. You know, all cameras can do that. You know, at least today, at least all the cameras within the last, you know, I would say 6 years, up until today, you know, they all do 1080p at 30 frames per second, 24 frames per second real well. You know, so do you need a bunch of cameras? Well, yeah, if you are someone who is into the camera world and you have different, like, things that you're going to be doing, you have different types of videos you're going to be doing, sure. Like, if, say, for instance, you're a car review channel, you know, one of the things that a lot of these car review channels have is they have a DSLR camera because they walk around, you know, the car, they have this, or maybe they have someone else with the camera and they're shooting, you know, the video, and you're in the video talking about the car. And then when it's time for you to go solo, you take an action camera and you stick it to yourself as you're in the car. You stick it in the car and it's just you know. And you don't have to have an extra person with you holding a camera like this as you're driving. So, you know, each camera serves its purpose. Then there are those who just take, you know, photos and they just have the one camera for the rest of their life. They don't buy any other camera. And they're just a photographer. They're not a videographer. And they just have one of these, you know. Or they just use their cell phone and end of story, and they never buy stuff like this. Which I would recommend buying this. I wouldn't. I'm going to tell you this. If you want to take really good photography, use a photo camera. Cell phones, no. If you have a cell phone and you have one of these and you use, you know, this as your main camera, and then like maybe one time or once in a while you just pull out your cell phone because, you know, you don't have your DSLR with you, and you just want to get a quick shot of something that you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta get that, you know. Okay, that's fine. And don't be like the ones who do the quick edit on their phone. And so, yeah, I have editing software on my phone. It's a software that's free from Google, and stuff like that, and it works real well. I mean, yeah, I used it before. I have it. I mean, I'm not telling you not to use it totally, but if you're in a pinch, okay, I guess. But don't just continuously use it because, oh, I gotta get that TikTok thing. I gotta get that Instagram thing. Screw those websites. There are websites that are out there that are dedicated to you know, photographers that have been around longer than any new website out there that just gets you famous in 2 seconds. And, you know, a lot of people don't use them because they're like, well, you know, it's not trendy. It's not. No, but they've been out for a very long time, and some professional photographers are still on there, and that's all they use. You know, PhotoBucket is one of them, just to name one. I don't know, you know, all the other ones, but I know they're out there, you know, where you can upload your photos and stuff, or you can just start like a WordPress or a Weebly and do it that way, you know, and get a lot of traffic and all that. So that's the camera side. The other side is, you know, basically the microphone side and the light side. You know, your how you set up lights. You know, your microphones, and you know that's more important than the camera, because the camera. I mean, do people really care about the 4K quality or 1080p at 30 frames per second or 480p at 24 frames per second? People don't really care about that. I mean, yeah, okay, people don't want a 240p quality video at 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second. Of course, they don't want that, you know, so of course they're going to want 720p or 1080p. Yes, they're going to want some video quality, but they're not going to be like, oh, I got to have it at HD and and QLED and 4K, 8K and super stratospheric, quality. No. If it's 720p at 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second or 1080p at both of those frames per second, that's good enough. And those are solid. They've been around for so long that all cameras, do both of them well. So the important thing is your audio and your lighting. That's an important thing. You see here, I quickly just did a setup here. And actually, I'm kind of glad I did this setup because you see how this window's open and it's got too much light. It's like there's a white kind of popping out halo on this side, and when you look at this video, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, come on, man. If I were to close this, you would see that everything would kind of be shaded and stuff like that, which I can actually do. So here, actually, let me do this. Okay. Well, it's still not better closed because, just how this is positioned. I don't know what happened here, but you kind of see, now this is kind of darker. You kind of see me a little bit more. There's less of the light back here and stuff like that, So basically, it's all about the lighting, and it's all about the microphone because people, they want to be able to see you, clearly, and they want to be able to hear you clearly. And if that's not the case, if you just put it at 4K, but your audio is shit and your lighting is shit. It's like, bro, what the heck, And as you can see, my face kind of got a little darker. That's because I turned off my computer right now, and stuff like that. Okay. So I just want to, put this out there that the most important thing is your video. I mean, the most important thing is your audio quality, okay, and your lighting setup, your lighting quality. Those are the two most important things. I just want to put that out there. You can use whatever camera you want, but if your audio and your lighting setup is shit, people are not going to watch your video, no matter how long it is. Of course, I always suggest that people make, videos that are at least 1 hour long, and longer than 1 hour. Or at the minimum, 30 minutes. No more, no less than 30 minutes. I don't like short videos. People need to get out of this short attention span mindset, and they need to start watching videos that are like an hour long. Go watch Days of Noah. He makes like 5-hour videos. He has Days of Noah and Days of Noah TV. Go watch Armor of Truth. They have videos that are like, some are 1 hour long, some are 3 hours long, some are 5 hours long. It depends, on the day. Depends on them. And, just watch them, watch all their content. I don't care if you don't have time. I don't care if I just don't care. Just go watch their videos. Watch the whole damn thing. I do. Because I make time. People need to learn to make time for everything that is good and positive. So I want to say with this video, I want to end with this. Make the world a better place. Be a positive person. You be the change in your own life. Don't do anything that's a sin. Don't do evil. Don't harm anyone. Just make the world a better place. Be happy. All the time. Be positive all the time. No negativity. We don't need that. Beat the devil out of it. Let's get these demons out of here. And, remember, audio quality and And lighting quality is what matters, not the camera, because you can shoot with this camera, you can shoot with this camera, okay? You can shoot with this camera, you can shoot with this camera, it doesn't matter. They all do 1080p, 720p at 30 frames or 24 frames per second real well, you know, because that's like the standard medium that everyone uses, and stuff like that, and it works just great. And the other thing is, expose evil. One camera, one microphone at a time. Let's get it done. Let's get these demons out of this planet. Let's get the Nephilim out of here. Let's get all of their bloodlines out of here. All right. So, that's it. Baz, a Candy Kid, is going to be signing out. And I hope you enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed making it. Peace.